So it's the MG Tyres Junior 100cc Yamahas. Biggest class of the weekend, 24 karts entered. These guys here all aged between the age of 12 and 16, racing basically the same karts as a senior kart. Around they come into the ILT elbow. Current New Zealand champion James Penrose from Christchurch, he's out in front at the moment. He's been the man to beat. Reece Tinney from Hamilton, currently sitting in second. There's two off there. Still Penrose out in front, Tinney just behind him. Then it's number 9. That's the man we were talking to before, Jordan McDonnell from Christchurch. Of course, McDonnell, he was the junior restricted New Zealand number 2. He's just moved up into the junior class, so he'd be quite happy to be sitting in third at the moment. But it's all Penrose out in front at the moment. Of course, talking to James Penrose over the weekend, he wants to make it a double, but this is a pretty classy field that he's up against. As we say, 24 karts. Just going around the outside there, that's number 68. That looks like Brent Neal from Christchurch having a bit of trouble there. So Tinney all over the back at the moment. Of course, Tinney has been one of those drivers there or thereabouts all weekend. Another kart off there as well. That's 40, James Munro from Christchurch. So these karts here start to drop like flies. We started the field with 24 karts. There's a lot of up-and-coming drivers in this one here. Brendan Leach from Southland, he's in this one as well. Of course, unfortunately, Brendan didn't get over the start-finish line, bit of trouble getting over there. Of course, he's a Formula Ford racer. Penrose, he's done his time in Formula Ford as well. So still Penrose out in front. Reece Tinney's not letting them go, though. Reece Tinney, number 20 from Hamilton, sponsored by Brian Tinney Motors. Round he comes through Leach Motorsport, reverse sweeper. Penrose out in front, of course, he was the champion last year. He also won the South Island Champs in Christchurch. Head goes down. James Penrose into the Invergut Cargill Oil Shop corner, down Jackson and Wool Straight. As we said before, he has been the man to beat all weekend. So fast is James Penrose. Can't shake Tinney off at the moment. Through they come, Southern Paints corner. Into the reverse sweeper. Of course, a few additions done to the track here. Longer main straight. Better passing opportunities. Of course, that there in the brilliant southern weather at the moment, making for some great racing. 24-lap finals, the MG Tyres Junior 100cc Yamahas. These guys here, of course, had to do their heats this morning in the rain. So they'll be enjoying the fine weather at the moment. Jordan McDonnell, he slipped back to 4th. Number 91 just in front of him. Scott Manson from Marlborough. Keep an eye on Jordan McDonnell, though. He won't let him go. Very aggressive young driver. He's been around for a few years now. Of course, another driver that come out of cadets, worked his way through the grades, as most of these drivers do. As you can see there, a few karts sitting on the outside of the track at the moment. But it's still Penrose. He took off from the start. He is still holding the lead here in this one. Then it's Tinney. Big battle happening further back. Jordan McDonnell, Manson. That's the battle for 3rd and 4th. Onto the Jackson and Wills main straight one more time. Bit of adjustment there on the carburetor for Penrose, so he'll be slowly winding that fuel into the kart, keeping the temperature down. Of course, the tyres will still be okay on these things here too because of that wet heat racing this morning. They would have been on the Bridgestone wets, but of course they're onto the MG red tyres now. Plenty of life left in them. Seeing some good lap times coming through as well. So it's Penrose out in front. Then it's Tinney. Penrose has a bit of a look over his shoulder. He knows where Tinney is. He makes another adjustment. Bit of lap traffic in front of him. Of course, the track looking an absolute picture here at Kartsport Southland Raceway. Jordan McDonnell, of course, he has made another move. He's managed to get past Manson. So it's McDonnell from Christchurch. The young fella, as we said before, he's only just started racing in this grade, so he's currently up to 3rd. Started 5th on the grid. Scott Manson from Marlborough, he won't let him go. He'll sit right in behind him. There's Wayne Dimmock and his maintenance team here. They've done an amazing job off the track over the weekend, looking an absolute picture. Southland turning it on with the weather for these finals as well. brilliant day. Big crowd here at Kartsport Southland Raceway. They're witnessing James Penrose out in front at the moment. That's the man in first, kart number 1. This is your man in second. Tinney takes a look over his shoulder. He wants to have a look, see how far away McDonnell is, but there's daylight between the man out in front, James Penrose. Then it's Tinney. McDonnell, he's your man having the battle at the moment with Manson. That's your battle for third and fourth. Still McDonnell there at the moment, kart number 9. Current South Island champion in junior restricted. Amazing battle here, still going on for third and fourth. Those positions swapping places just about every lap, so it's still McDonnell out there at the moment. He is sitting in third, then it's Manson. That's your battle for third and fourth. Penrose must be looking over his shoulder because he hasn't had a gap like this all weekend. It's a massive gap. Goes back to Tinney. Manson has another look on McDonnell. Through the reverse sweeper now. Of course, he's starting to contend with a little bit of lap traffic as well. Tinney, he sort of come from nowhere this weekend. He was sitting around about 5th or 6th. Pre-final, he managed to get right up the front, and he is currently sitting in second. Into the ILT Foundation elbow. Look at Manson all over the back of McDonnell. This is your battle for third and fourth. A real race. Can the young fella McDonnell hold him off? Looking pretty smooth at this stage. Of course, talking to McDonnell's father before this weekend, and of course McDonnell in a brand new kart, brand new motor. Unfortunately, he lost his other kart and his motor in the Christchurch earthquake, so it was basically panic stations for those guys, but they're here this weekend. Great to see them here. It was great to see all the Christchurch drivers down as well. Good contingent of Christchurch drivers here at the Kartsport Southland Raceway this weekend. And of course, a Christchurch driver out in front at the moment, showing us how it's done. Young James Penrose driving the Arrow, WKS Kart Supply Arrow. Out in front, then it's Tinney. There he goes there in the Monaco. It was a big weekend for the Monaco boys as well. They're chasing national titles this weekend. Manufacturers Championship, Arrow has basically won it every year. Monaco, they are here to sort that out. They're quite confident they can win the Manufacturers Championship. And Tinney, he is currently sitting in second. That's certainly going to help them. Of course, Tinney, he's been around for a while as well. Down the main straight, McDonnell has a look over the shoulder. There's now a bit of gap there between him and Manson, so McDonnell starting to pull away. A bit more of a buffer than what he has had. Round they come, Southern Paints corner. It's McDonnell, Manson in behind him. This is your battle for third and fourth. Still Penrose a mile out in front. Bit of lap traffic there, James Penrose. Round he goes. Down to that lap traffic, of course, lap traffic there. Tanel Rasmussen, the female in the field there. Olivia Yardley unfortunately went off. Braden Shuttleworth there as well. So that looks like Tinney just past Shuttleworth. Round they come. Reverse sweeper, James Penrose still out in front. He looks over the shoulder. He's almost half a second a lap quicker at this stage than Tinney, so he's starting to drive away with this one here. This is the class of this guy. He goes to all the big meetings, wins most of the big meetings, races in the big fields. That is why he has the number 1 on the front of his plate, and he holds the number 1 for another year. James Penrose from Christchurch, Reece Tinney takes second, then it's young Jordan McDonnell, Scott Manson fourth, Brooke Reeve in fifth, and Josh Drysdale, he'll take sixth.
It was a great race, you know. I just sort of got that gap at the start. You know, I was just looking back every now and then just to see where he was. And then sort of that last 5 laps, I could sort of relax and just enjoy it, you know.
Worried?
Yeah, you know, just at the start of the race, you know, anyone could have just passed me and, you know, maybe defended the race. Maybe they could have had it, but I just sort of got that gap and just, you know, near the end of the race, it was a good race, you know.